Want to bring that podium down? There's a little switch to your right.
I think I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Mr. Mayor and councilors, my name is Diana Diaz, and I live in District 3. I am here today to be a voice for my neighbors and myself to remind you about what is happening on Pecos Street next to Desert Hope Apartments. I am a retired senior citizen. I live on a fixed income. In the past, you have said that the crime problem is a community problem, but I cannot afford to pay for other people's criminal acts. We continue to have so many problems, and now our mailbox. For over 30 years, our home had a regular mailbox, no problem. We have people coming from Desert Hope Apartments at 1, 2, 3 in the morning to see if they can take anything from it. We have had to pay $60 to put a new mailbox with a lock. Who is going to pay me back for that expense? I say they are from Desert Hope because we capture them on our cameras. Will the city pay for all of us to have post office boxes so that our mail and sensitive information is safe? Will you protect us? Before you say my neighbors and I are uncompassionate, I want you to know that we help and support our community in many ways. And today I ask you, where is the compassion for us? You say to call the police. They don't come, and if they do, they can't do anything. You ask for community solutions, but they only say solutions coming from you is call the police. I'm sorry, but that is not a solution. I cannot walk in my own neighborhood. The trash is outrageous. We have people walking through our neighborhood day and night, looking in our windows, coming to our doors, scoping out our homes, and you say call the police. Right now, we are in election time. I have done my duty to vote, and we deserve a safe neighborhood like Sonoma Ranch, like East Mesa. They say, well, they have to go somewhere. I say put Desert Hope in Sonoma Ranch. Do not make us continue to suffer because you don't feel it. We elected you to represent us. We call on you to help us to do that. So I want to thank you today for listening to me. And I just want you to know that I have contacted my representative for Council 3, and I have called her already twice, and she has not even returned my calls, so I feel like she's not even interested. And the last time I did talk to her, she was like she didn't really want to hear me, what I was saying. So it's like I don't see her here today, so which that's okay because she doesn't want to listen to me anyway. So that's all I have for today. I hope you all are listening. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Mayor, may I ask her a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you. I'm sorry to hear that you've lost your mail. I had constituents. I live in Sonoma Ranch, so it is prevalent throughout the city. Mm-hmm. So there has been a widespread of theft through all mailboxes, not just your district. Mm-hmm. And the thing though is that the USPS is a function of the federal government. It's not run by the federal government. It's an interesting relationship that it has with the government. Nonetheless, the jurisdiction does fall with your congressperson or your U.S. senator. So I've told we don't have any control over the mailboxes, and based on what you've said, it sounds like your mailbox is on the street, on the curb.
Yes, all of our the mailboxes are along the street. Yeah, and so we so every now and then we see all our mailboxes are open. They're left open. Yeah, and
the ones in excuse me, I'm sorry. The ones in Sonoma Ranch have actually been broken into. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've really dug out the key area, and You know, the only thing I would suggest, short of, well, contacting a U.S. congressperson and U.S. senator to see if they can have, you know, some sort of say over the USPS. And the other is perhaps to get a lock on your post, but they probably carry that away or break.
I actually called the post office and asked if we could move our box, you know, like put it closer to our house or on the wall, you know, the outside wall to our house. And they told me that once it was put there, we cannot move it.
Oh.
I don't know who else I would talk to about that.
Again,
And I did have a post office box, but I'm closing it because the rates have gone up so high, you know, so I can't do that anymore. So I need help.
well, I'm really sorry. Maybe the city can contact the federal government to alert them to this this horrible theft that's going on.
Yes, because, and I know they're from Desert Hope because I see them all the time. I pass by there all the time. I kind of recognize the people there, and now they're coming, you know, back and forth.
Well, it's hard to know who the thieves are because I don't think Desert Hope people would schlep out to Sonoma Ranch.
Oh, I know. I know.
So
I've been taking
it
pictures.
takes all kinds of people to do that.
Well, there's probably other people, but I know the ones in my area because I live there.
Okay.
So I see them all the time, and I'm constantly, you know, if I'm going in my car, I stop and I take pictures, you know.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of pictures.
So, Mrs. Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilor. If you recall, a while back, there was supposed to be a new change in management.
Yes.
And so, like anything else, I wanted to give that a chance. And I don't know, I presume that you feel that you haven't seen anything in your words since it's changed, that new management. I mean.
Well, I was there the day they had that meeting, and right there at Desert Hope. And I mean, I saw people there from all over. I don't know who they were. They were cleaning and I even trimming the bushes and just doing all kinds of stuff. And it was looking nice. Well, guess what? The next day I took pictures because there was trash all over the place. Like, you know, they were trying to make it presentable to us that were going to that meeting that day. Well, it was presentable, but the next day it went right back.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but so after, in your opinion, this new management company, you didn't really see too much of a change, or?
Well, I'm seeing more people coming from other places. And there was one girl in particular there that I saw that I have seen her at Target and I've seen her at Albertsons in that area. She's in a wheelchair and she's asking for money, and she's asked me for money and everything. And I was totally surprised when I saw her at that meeting. She was walking all over the place. They even talked to her. Okay. And it was like she's in a wheelchair at Target asking for money. But then over here at Desert Hope, apparently she has a room there at Desert Hope. She was walking. I didn't see the wheelchair anywhere.
Okay.
So they're playing games.
Okay,
with us.
so I'm gonna try to reach out to the other parties, the Community of Hope and the Housing Authority, and we'll try to sit down with the city manager myself and see what other options there may be.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Okay, anyone else on that fourth row?